a spider, right? Individuals who wear concessions are quite particular. Oh dear, questions like these are challenging even for Harvard professors who might not have all the answers. Can a Harvard professor expound on the complexities of free will in detail? Free will, a divine gift bestowed upon humanity, helps shape our destiny. Biggest. Gifts are not designed to transform individuals into cyber-enhanced beings. Rather, they enrich human experience. All right then, what do you think, folks? In the future, Google will create artificial intelligence humans. You are familiar with artificial intelligence, correct? Additionally, there's artisanal intelligence, often abbreviated as AI, correct? So what about 2AI, making humans in the future? 2AI human driving. A trick to confronting when something surprising suddenly happens. That's free will you put in. When artificial intelligence comes up with a human problem, something puzzling suddenly appears. There are times in front of talk when I can't tell whether this is a person or a shadow. I mean, does AI have to make decisions? In that case, you set limits. Shouldn't we stop the steering wheel from breaking 90 degrees or something? Because you can fall off a cliff. So, there are areas that artificial intelligence should not exceed. It wasn't. So artificial intelligence drives artificial intelligence when we create AI. When something amazing happens, we give that AI a limit, and that's free will. Artificial intelligence, if you leave all the judgment to G as you please, artificial intelligence can be dangerous and can be different from humans. You can do that. The car just rolled. So what does artificial intelligence judge? When a car rolls, you have to lock the door quickly so that the body can't bounce off, because it's dangerous for people. So even if it rolls on an incline, the human body has to stay still. You can do that. But people have an opportunity. During rolling, they get caught on a cliff, so when the door opens, they can run out and live. However, this door doesn't open. Someone will die in the car. I can do it. No. So there are times when this desperate point comes, whether this artificial intelligence should lock the door or not. What do those who create 2AI put in then? You have to give priority to humans. Give the right to win to the person riding inside. What do you understand? You have to do everything on your own. Shouldn't you have freed everything up with AI when you were created? Do you understand me? That's free will. It's very easy for me to understand. Oh, at times like this, Google created an AI car, but this one just chooses, and the door remains closed. 5 people fell into the sea that could kill me. If the door opens quickly, they would breathe in the water and emerge. Ah, AI is in danger now. When you open this door, you have to lock it. This is why the officer doesn't open it. So do you do well and die? In this case, there must be a function left to human judgment. There are times when artificial intelligence has its limitations. Well, you can. This is what free will literally means. There are 8 fundamental freedoms. Freedom of the press, association, religion, thought, expression, and conscience. You can do whatever you want with this freedom. But when you were tried, because you had freedom of press, publication, assembly, termination of association, expression of thought, and conscience, did the judge kill someone? Then I won't give it. You have the freedom to lie, and because it is freedom, you cannot threaten a judge to lie. It is my freedom to lie. I'm talking about why the judge threatened me. I see. Lie even if you want to lie. Is this what God did to us? Right, you know? So this. I wrote it down in Chinese a long time ago. There is no need to write it here. So at the press trial rally, the total apostle is also biased, and we have to talk about this first meeting very soon. So quickly, Chairman Jung Seon-hee. What else did God give me with these 8 free wills? Religion, religion. Religion, press, publishing, assembly, association, religion. The 5th religion, I gave you freedom of religion so that you could do whatever you wanted before I came. Religion, religion when I'm not. If I cheer, religion doesn't need much capital. But religion. What religion is, it's a marusi. How can I teach? What is this? What is it called? A floor. Religion is about providing basic education. It is an educational process. Regardless of the religion you follow, God's direction remains the same. Yes, but because it comes down to me. Yes, no matter what religion you follow, you come into religion because you don't come out of religion. So no matter how much you believe in Christianity or Buddhism, you learn something there. There's always something to learn, and you'll eventually understand my perspective. So, you have robbed any religion today, can't you? Every religion wants to meet you. Every house has its own family, but there is only one president. However, there is no head of household or president in each house, so it is each house that you practice religion like him. And when I show up, he's the president of the religion. That's right. So before the poet came to this world, each of you would have this kind of person, this kind of religion, and all of you would do this. I see. So India has Hinduism, Islam comes in, Buddhism comes in, and then what happens next? Hinduism was established by the British Army. After independence and retreated, when India became independent, Hinduism went west and became Pakistan. Hindu people all ran away and made Pakistan. Right? Chinese believers moved to the east. People with Islam have moved to the west, Japan and China. Oh, what kind of country is India? Islam has completely disappeared, and Hindu India is now a Hindu country. Almost all of them were controlled by Hindus. Such a huge country, that is, Hinduism is nothing. But that powerful Islam is not a game for Hinduism. It's not a Christian Buddhist game. That's why powerful religions, Hinduism, control India. I mean, okay? In this way, each religion has different forces in each region. But who are they ultimately looking for? Kyung-young. Will you? Yes. So, free will means that when you create artificial intelligence, you yourself limit your free will to artificial intelligence. Right? So is God. How many percent of free will do you give when you create yourself? Give it 1%. Therefore, it's commonly believed that the human brain operates at merely 1% of its potential capacity. That's free will. 99% is in the mechanism you're moving. What is in the mechanism? It's not free will. Mechanism. I'm curious, how did you manage to survive? It seems that your unconscious mind primarily guides your actions while also letting the subconscious take charge. Consciousness is 1%. So it's the consciousness that moves humans. Latent. The underlying force behind one's conscious mind is indeed the subconscious. It fosters and ultimately dictates one's actions. That's essentially what I'm trying to convey. Okay? Successful people are those who use the subconscious. All those who use the conscious are workers. Have all those who have used the subconscious been successful? For example, when Kyung-young learns about modern Korea, the Korean party has at most not many markets and not much to build. So we have to spend the entire national budget. Hyundai Group doesn't even want to eat. This money is not much. So where do you look at Saudi Arabia? The oil men have a lot of money. So should they take away their pods? Chairman Kyung-young had such a heart. Then the political chairman sleeps at night and wakes up with urine in the Middle East. Honey, why do you keep calling your Middle East? Honey, if you don't know, stay still. Coming out of that bathroom, Middle East. This is an addiction just by eating. This awakens the subconscious. I have to go to the Middle East. I have to go to the Middle East and go around like this. It is called immersion. When you enter the immersion stage, free will truly manifests. Can't you bring the ritual? I have to work hard. Will I strive to establish a conglomerate company in Korea? Making such a determination seems futile. Even if you visit the bathroom in the Middle East, you feel immersed because it is the Middle East. Immersion? Immersion is different from addiction in front of you. Addiction is being dragged along without control. And that's how you are immersed. I'm going to be rich. We will build it in the largest construction in the Republic of Korea. If this is the case, we will immerse ourselves there. If you don't know, you're doing it on your own. So where does your will work? It's touching the subconscious. In the Middle East, I made a bid for the Middle East. Did you win? This person takes $8 billion elsewhere for $150 million. And there's still 50% left. Isn't Jong-jun surprised? This is substantial money in the Middle East, which Donga Construction won, securing the Libyan capital. This scenario unfolded due to this fairy tale. Libya's Gaddafi. Well, it's the Middle East, similar to over there. The Saudis acquired it, yet we also hold 97% of Libya's 6 countries in the desert. It isn't merely 3% desert, it's entirely uninhabitable. Hence Gaddafi in Libya. Refrain from providing water to the fairy tale construction. Just bring it along as well. I didn't bring the Seagate. Consuming seawater isn't feasible. Groundwater. We dug the ground and raised the groundwater. That's sending the foam with me. So the building is bottled water. Water is akin to a typhoon submerged in fish water. Because it comes out of the large holy water garden, it doesn't come out because it's full of meat. So Libya's Gaddafi gave the construction to our country in large numbers. But Chairman Jong-jun took it and went purely to the Middle East, while Hyundai Construction kept making plans and later made a lot of money there. If only the construction were done, the port and dock construction would become the world's largest container. Hundreds of Korean construction companies are following the Middle East because it caught fire after Chairman Jong of Saudi Arabia Port and Wharf Corporation picked it up at the construction site. As the situation follows, the forest construction will be blown up. President, don't go carelessly in the future of Middle East construction. If you want to build in the Middle East, you have to form a consortium, and then the price drops, the construction is poor, and the deadline is not met, so that Korea will never be able to set foot in the Middle East again. That's why I limit my travels to the Middle East, preventing the consortium from proceeding. Is it resolved this way? Subconscious. Is there truly a subconscious mind operating on the second day of free will? The subconscious mind is intentionally present out there. The unconscious is 95%. It's 94%. I understand what you're doing. So you can't have a 2-day professional. You have to touch the offense. Put this poem to sleep with Oprah. All right. You mean tapping into that subconscious to access latent energy. This subconscious mind is identical to this unnerving conscious world, isn't it? You have to keep bringing in your subconscious. You have to knock. So Jong-jun ended up taking over the construction. I see your point. He achieved success due to factors in the Middle East. This is what I mean. What I'm saying is that free will is a work. What humans can develop is that God controls 99% of us. You know you? You just have to run and gather on the earth. Okay? If you had something that wasn't one professional, you would have tried it up to 100%. No, what I'm explaining might seem simpler, yet it becomes complex due to time constraints. Your free will can only alter your destiny within a mere 1%. Couples have existed for billions of years. It becomes fate. So there are two kinds of wisdom about this. Causality. Do you know the trousers? Then the room paper. This is what God uses, okay? Is this the wisdom humans use? That cause and effect? He said there were 5. What do you have? Is it real or not? It involves the science of creation. 5 things are causation. There must also be permission to study. You have to be lucky in your life before going to school to go to school. Not everyone is studying. You have to go to school by causation and causality. If you look closely at success, there is cause and effect. That person met President Park Chung-hee in the military for a reason. There are people in the coward unit who later became ministers, right? It is said that all wisdom comes from causation. So going to school is also causal. Scientific research is also causation, right? So the 5 wisdoms of all your wisdom go into causation, right? But the short letter is the wisdom that humans cannot use. The wisdom that I use, the wisdom that I use to control you, is that free will goes into the letter. Free will now be understood. This free will gives us 1% to control humans. The wisdom of the manager. The person who manages you, oh, you have to drive things like that. These chicken heads are wearing official positions, saying they are good and they are messing around. So I have to drive them like this. So this doesn't listen unless you use a shield. Right? You don't listen unless God tells you, I use a shield. That's right. But what is the solution? Oh my, it's beautiful. Right? Being pretty is also a way. Of course, it's pretty, but the wisdom used in this period is called a roadmap. You need to know this much. Still, I think this is really ugly. Okay, so guys, would you like it? If you don't listen to me, then the skyball can't unite the world. Well, what should I start with? Jesus selected a group of 12 men and had them follow him, bearing witness to his crucifixion. If only 50% were a girl. Correct, 12 young ones. Among them, 6 were female. What's going on? So, the method used by God is a very interesting wisdom, and it is wisdom that humans cannot use. No, whether the Son can control the Father through the method. Where is that going? Human wisdom is educational wisdom. So it's education. Education is in causation, isn't it? Do you only use 100,000 letters? So when humans sit down, this is the way. If this is the case, everything will be bought. That's a lie. Yes, Mom. Look at your wife. Why didn't you come home from work? But my husband drinking a drink is also a way for me to relieve stress today. That's okay. But you can't bury the shield. That means you have to come home early. If you say that, you are blaspheming God. That's right. Since I'm not going to fight with you, I'll have a drink and come back and say that's my way. Can I do this or not? Whoever writes the letter Peon receives stars in the sky. For your information, he used those words carelessly in that blow. So you can't use it. The shield is used by 100,000. Is that right? Is that right? No, her mom looked like the mayor, but her house caught fire. My 3 siblings are in the house and the fire is burning. You could probably shield him using something, right? What else can I possibly say? Hey, I bought someone's favorite toy here, but I only packed one, so it comes out first. If you do this, everyone will come out. He decides to kill himself and runs out of the fire. but the speed is so fast that the fire doesn't catch on. Indeed, this is the wisdom my mother is capable of sharing. You all find yourselves engulfed in flames now. It's difficult. It's not difficult now. But when I get the national dividend, run out and run out. Right or wrong? Hence, my commitment is a definitive resolution. God's way. Isn't it possible to use it? I'm unique. Okay? So I shared my story thoroughly. If I keep elaborating on this, it might never end, so I'll keep smiling and then let it go. But you're aware of what free will means, right? Free will is how we understood the letter, and this bestowed free will upon us. This is God's letter. It's not a causal task. Now you know for sure, right? Then the energy composition. This is what I always discuss. For humans, the energy exclusively utilized by humans is merely a tiny fraction, originating from the sun. The sun, the moon, the earth, the energy here, you can use whatever you want, but can you use this energy that I put in your sky ball? Can I use that energy to heal you? Can you upload the menu? No matter how much a doctor you are, it's difficult to put up a menu. Does injecting a ringle along with administering medicine enhance your immunity? Boosting immunity is what I do, okay? Well, so this energy is your energy. What's going on is dissipative energy. This energy, the energy you utilize, should only serve to increase the speed of matter. That's correct. Ensure to draw a line like this. You know what? This energy seems to emerge from startups. But what is this endless cosmic energy? All right, let's talk about it. Every time I come to heaven, most of you will be 150 when you first meet me. But if you see me for a long time, it will rise to 1 billion, 2 billion. And then if you test it with a machine, your energy will rise to 5 billion, 10 billion. Then I am infinite from the beginning, and your energy is rising now. But like ordinary commercial energy, when you eat, you create energy and disappear the next day. But it is not that kind of energy. Human energy, any energy, is a parabola. Okay? If everything is different, it will be like this. You guys do this over and over again every day. Energy, but the energy given by Kyung-young is 500 million today, 500 million tomorrow. Following Sunday saw another 500 million distributed. Many attendees possess the highest energy levels. It's ascending. There is someone conducting this right here. What am I, this? If you test Eloder, me and Anna, then your energy is rising or not. Is that energy $100? It is decided whether it is this 100, 300, 400, or 500. So you often come here and write articles slandering me. There should be no slandering anyone I meet around me or anything like that, and who sent a lot of messages fighting each other. If you go to the Blue House later, write it down. I see everything. This person has to frame someone in the group and at least kill them. Well, you shouldn't say that. Then, what does a person whose energy has risen all the way later do at the naval threshold, even if his energy has risen? Katkat Isa committed an unlawful act. He is a person who thought that his own judgment of blasphemy was ahead of the judgment of rookie Kyung-young. Move over, okay? You have to ask me to find out, right? How do you know my heart? You are causality, but I think you are wisdom gained through experience. I am not that wise. It's a source of wisdom. So I write a room letter. When I give a lecture at Harvard University, I will use more difficult words than this. You know, I treat this better than Ha does. Phil Chill represents futurism, a look towards tomorrow. Futurism, that is futurism, gathered Harvard students and started giving lectures, and none of them understood, everyone. If I speak English now, none of you will understand it. So there is no end to the letter. I'm going to solve physics and now lecture as it is. I have to do that to you guys. What's the point? Okay? The futurism lecture to you is a humanism lecture. The humanities lecture, everyone, is a story of living. What opposes humanism? Godism. What is Godism? Shimbonju's humanism. Humanism is humanism. What politics am I aiming for? Humanist approaches, along with Shinbonju. I also want to do police branch, new political politics, Forest Gadi branch, new political politics. What is human politics? Do you understand democratic politics? I'm not saying I'm going to join you, Mr. Hara. I need Polish to go to Harvard and give lectures in English to understand things like Adism, religion, and politics, right? Why are you giving this lecture? So I give a lecture on spirituality, providence, spirituality. Will you become a year of nationalism, Japanese humanism, and spirituality? Yes. But spiritualism and this nationalism is realism. That's right, realism. That is, even if the content of the river has this content, even if you have it at Harvard level, don't you understand? What you do now according to your level is called the room letter. Do you understand the room letter? So you guys, Hageo Jeo. So now there is a heavy taboo. Most taboos are people who have studied some philosophy, followed by professors at Harvard University. These are bonuses. These require you to show a considerable amount of energy with your eyes and break the bridge of your nose. And that's not what that person makes. This energy composition is infinite. If you throw this, the energy E is MC's self-victory. So it will fly away as much as the force and then fall. That's human energy. So if you pull the golf club off, the golf ball flies off and goes like this and falls like this. It's energy. It flies as fast as you hit it. But Kyung-young, do you really hit it when you give energy? Enter with your eyes and channel angel energy quickly. Human energy emerges when water drops, balls fly, and hot boiling water intersects with hourly water. This is a nuclear power plant where all energy originates from movement, while Kyung-young's energy remains still. Energy will suddenly come out with 100 people. Sky Airport has sales energy and infinite energy, right? This recently? Did you do 5? I can't do it for a long time because of the time. Yes, you are in academia, so your level will be a bit crazy. Look, you become happy and call Heo Jingying. I can use my eyes. Calls you Jingying, are you right for the test? Now get cosmic energy from Kyung-young's eyes, right?